Hi guys. Crypto correcting, 7,600 now, 210 billion, but total market cap. But I always deduct also the USDT because that's not even crypto. They should not be counting that as crypto market cap. So that's about 5 billion. So 210 billion minus 5 billion, we're at about 205 billion total market cap, and that's about 45% below the trend line currently. So we're in serious undervaluation, above minus 35%, but at minus 45%. And if we reach minus 55%, we have a new high in undervaluation, because the previous high was minus 50% when Bitcoin made the low of 3,150. So if we reach this minus 55%, that could be the next week or next day, but it could also be only in a couple of months or in half a year. Like, it's really not certain when that will happen, but it is very probable it will happen sooner or later. But the later it happens, the higher fiat value is. But if we would reach now minus 55% undervaluation, we go down to about 180 billion. It has gone up because, if you remember, I made videos 160 billion very likely to happen, but that's already 3-4 months ago. And so in the meantime, trend line only goes up. And so currently, if we reach minus 55% undervaluation, that's not 160 billion anymore, it's 180 billion total crypto market cap. But if we reach that, we have a new high in undervaluation, which is very likely, and it's my set to happen, and it's my next buy target. I plan to go from 30% currently crypto allocation, that will drop maybe again to 28 or 26%. I will raise it not to 40%, which I did in the previous buy target, but I will raise it to about 53%, so a majority exposure again. I really hope we reach that. It would mean in practice that I double my stash of Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum, and that would make me very happy. And I really hope we reach that. Fingers crossed. But I'm also buying that with Tesla, but actually I'm not selling the Tesla. I'm just taking out a margin loan against my stock and use that to put up buy orders on the crypto exchanges, and then once they get filled, I do want to sell that Tesla stock that I just I don't want to invest on margin, so I do want to invest that Tesla stock, but I just sell it at a certain price when I believe the bull case for Tesla is broken, and I want to make sure that I sell the stock. So that's currently around $250 for Tesla, 260, 270. That's where I put this stock for sale that I end up that I have to sell to have no margin loan. Yeah, I think it's a great strategy. I'm lucky that Tesla is going up in the meantime. Also, even though that odds were good for that to happen, you still need luck for it to happen. Also, and that's, yeah, I'm very happy that happened, because now I have more capital to invest in crypto. And in the end, it all boils down to how much crypto can you buy during a bear market. You want to count the coins you are able to accumulate and then hold them strong in the whole bull market that will follow the next few years. But what astonished me most is how people can overlook the trend line. The I called it at the time Trollo trend line. It's called the logarithmic regression trend line. It's just the way crypto has been growing. It's a curve that slopes downwards, meaning it's all on a logarithmic scale, meaning to tenfold always takes longer and longer as it goes like this. In the beginning, tenfolding goes quick, but it goes then it bends and it goes slower and slower, the growth. And I'm so surprised that so many people, analysts and investors, overlook that on YouTube and Twitter. Never talk about this, but this is extremely important element to judge how high crypto will go and how soon. Because growth goes down over time, it means that yeah, you cannot expect you cannot expect Bitcoin or cryptos to grow at the same rate as the previous bull market or as the previous cycle. It, so all these lines drawn that go like this on a logarithmic scale is just it's just ridiculous and allee, even on a linear scale, this is it just doesn't make sense. Huh? Interesting to see is that some other traders like Eric Crown and there was another guy. I check my Twitter. Both also predict based on the calculations they make, and they are technical trades, so they do the calculations differently, but also end up with about 50k Bitcoin core valuation by 2023. 50k. Huh? I have the same conclusion using this trend line. That's what you can expect. That alone speaks volumes about where we're likely going from here. When we're at 10k and you know that these kind of growth curves go parabolic, that means like, yeah, if it's in 2023 50k, it means the year before that it's only 20k or maybe 15k, because it grows parabolically, these kind of booms and bust cycles. So that means that by 2022 we're only at 20k, we're at 10k or 8k now, and we're 2019 still. There's still 2 years to go, and we will still be at the same price level. So where will we likely go? Down, of course. Huh? Gonna test the bottom. That's most likely, not certain, but most likely, and that's so important. I find that so strange that so many people overlook that. Yeah, going to a majority exposure when we reach that would be like 6,800 Bitcoin core. But of course, I don't invest in that. It would mean for a Bitcoin Cash we go to about $180, and for Ethereum we go to about $130. Is that wise to go to a majority exposure there? I believe so. For not for Bitcoin Core, actually, that's not cheap. It's basically 7,000. It's not cheap for Bitcoin Core, considering it only go to maybe 20k in 2-3 years. Like, no, but for something like Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash that have a very low market share compared to their past performance. Bitcoin Cash used to peak out at 10-15% market share. It's only at 3% market share, even less, 2% market share. Huh? So it's 5 times lower. Same story for Ethereum. Like, it's very likely these coins will sooner or later catch back up the market share that they lost. Their potential valuation in 2023 is a lot higher than the percentage gains to be made likely are a lot higher than Bitcoin Core. So and also like at 7,000 Bitcoin Core is half or 1/3 of its peak price, not even 1/3, only maybe half or 2.5. Bitcoin Cash at $200 is 20 times lower than its all-time high. 20 times. Ethereum $130 is 10 times lower than its all-time high. But they have been doing everything right. Not everything. They're not perfect. They have also their weaknesses, but they've done a lot of those things. Well, these are great buys right now. You really wanna stash as many coins as you can, but of course always invest with a margin of safety. Take into account that indeed odds are still actually good that we go lower, that we actually test the Bitcoin Core bottom of 3,050, that we go to 4,000. So that will be. But the problem with Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash and also Ripple and Litecoin is that they may in the meantime pump, because we are actually, even if we would be in a bear market as the case, but actually we're very likely already in a bull market, people talk about a bear market, but it's not likely that we are in a bear market still. It's not likely we will breach the bottom of 3,150 or 110 billion. That's not likely, but it is likely we will test the bottom but remain higher, set a higher low for Bitcoin and total crypto market cap. But also that is very important, because that means we have started the bull market already almost 1 year ago. We started the bull market. So yes, Bitcoin pumps first, Bitcoin Core, that happened already. Next is that the next biggest coins will pump hard. So even when we're testing the bottom, in the meantime, these second biggest coins may have their pump independent from each other. Look at the previous bull markets. These coins pump independent from each other. Suddenly Ethereum goes sky high, or Ripple goes sky high, or Litecoin before that in the previous cycle. Like, that's how it goes. So you may go sideways for a long time. When testing the bottom, it takes time. It may take another year or a half year to reach that 4,000 US dollars. But in the meantime, some coins will pump independent from each other, and that may be Ethereum or Bitcoin Cash. And once that happens, it won't set a new low in fiat. Even when Bitcoin tests the bottom, if you have had a serious pump in one of those coins, yes, it will correct also when Bitcoin tests the bottom, but it won't reach that low again that it's seen. So it's very important to work in steps, and right now Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash didn't have any significant pump yet, so it is still a great time to buy. And these fiat prices that are reached, it may be the last time you see those fiat prices. So it's very important to, at each step, buy a stash. So that's my giveaway, and I wish you all good luck. And here's the little troublemakers, sound makers, huh? Noise producers, huh? Hello, little noise producer. How are you? Everything okay?
Yes, Papa.
Okay, very good. Okay, she can walk. Wow. Can you walk, little girl? Oi! Not yet, no. You cannot walk.
We are trying,
Huh?
Papa.
Ah, very good, eh? Very good. Wow, look at that, eh?